Okay, so today we are doing more cleanup. We cut down some old trees. We have to burn more stuff, and we need to find a place for a compost pile. So we got to collect some like dried up brush and things like that. I have jeans on today with my boots because after our 4-day epic clearing of the land, we both got poison frickin' ivy, and Matt was really bad. We had to go to urgent care yesterday so he could get a shot in his butt of steroids to help. So today we're gonna be more covered up. I don't know how long I'll have a tank top on because I may need to cover up in case we are by poison ivy again, but at least we know what it looks like now, so we know to stay away from it or be more protected. Okay, operation clean up this tree and burn it. Okay, so we cleared out these trees, and in this area, which is the front of the property that was like super overgrown, has tons of dead trees, looks better. So I will show you that real quick. Okay, so this one's been trimmed a little bit. Still needs some more work, but at least when we're mowing, it's not hitting Matt in the face. Cleared a bunch of dead trees here. Our stupid chainsaw is broken. Again, we got to return that thing. So, but this looks way more cleared up and less debris than it was before. Matt found a praying mantis. And here is our baby compost pile. Matt's trying to put this fucking bug on me. Okay, so we cleared that tree in the front, and now I have to mess with my pathetic little garden. Let me see if you can see it in the pit. Note to self, don't plant stuff where other things were growing when you didn't get out every single weed. Because now I have to get these stupid little lily things that I thought I got all out because they are growing next to all my pathetic vegetables that I'm trying to grow. So once Matt goes to North Carolina tomorrow, he's driving to North Carolina to Pinnacle, which is just outside Winston-Salem, to go to his uncle's house to get our grill and his saws and some of the tools we've left as we've been living in apartments for the past couple years. So he's going to drive the 5 hours, load up the CRV, and then come back, and then once we have our tools, we're going to build raised beds. So that will be a much better solution. So today was cutting down trees, adding to our burn pile and debris pile to get more of just all this debris out of here. I'm going to try to dig up these lily things that are sprouting again. Matt's taking the back seats out of the CRV so we can go to North Carolina. We bought a hitch for the CRV so that we could get a little U-Haul tow behind, and that way we could load up everything we had at his uncle's. But my car is so old, the CRV, that basically the bolt was not, the spot where you're supposed to put the bolt in to add the hitch on to the car was rusted out and had no threads. Long story short, it didn't work, so we had to return the hitch. We're not doing the U-Haul. He's going to try to load up the CRV with as much as he can during that trip tomorrow. So that's it. We're trying to not be in the heat quite as much. We also are trying to make sure as soon as we're done, we take a shower with Dial soap, wash 3 times, and we use a washcloth so in case we touched any poison ivy, our rash doesn't get worse. All right, so that's an update on where we are today. We're building our chicken brooder because our baby chicks come next week. So we took old moving boxes from our move here, the medium-sized ones, and basically cut one side or cut one corner of each, and then made kind of like is this an octagon? I don't know what the heck it is. It's 4 boxes, right? Yeah. Put together. And then we took this stapler that we bought for the print shop to make traveler notebooks that we never made, and now we're stapling them together. So the overlapped pieces, Matt stapled these together from the inside out, so the pointy parts were on here, so that we overlapped that, and then he cut off flaps of the extra boxes to then seal these corners together so that this part would have obviously not be like this. So this is 18 inches high. It might be a tiny bit short.
It's higher than 18.
Huh?
It's higher than 18.
Oh, it's higher than 8. Oh wait, it's 24 inches high. So it should be fine. But we're probably also gonna build potentially a lid with what do you call it, harbor cloth or something like that. So this will be our homesteading innovation cardboard pack and play chick brooder made out of leftover moving boxes. Because when you don't want to build stuff and spend more money, you have cardboard, you try this. So we'll probably put a tarp on the bottom and then put the pine shavings over it and see how this works. This is the lid for the brooder. Matt is using our kettlebells to hold down the poultry netting. And you can see our cool lid he's building so they don't fly out. So far so good. Our chick brooder is done. So here's the little baby section for when they're smaller because they won't need all this room. And then Matt made our little lids for when they get bigger so they don't fly out all over in the garage. And we have our tarp down. So you can see that's the baby section. And then once they get big, they'll have access to the whole thing. So we are ready for our little baby chicks. So today it is really, really hot out. But of course we decided to be out in the scorching sun. We need to stop and take a break for a little bit now because we've just been out there way too long. So what we're doing is you can see Matt up there, literally physically raking up all the debris from when we had it bush hogged. So the problem is some of these weeds were so long that they're just smothering the grass or any hopes of anything coming up underneath them that are just like falling over in huge piles. So I was up there literally raking with your old school rake. Matt is collecting the brush and grass clippings and everything, and he is bringing them to the back of the property to make a pile. We were trying to burn the grass and the clippings, but unfortunately we just don't have the fire hot enough, so it's literally just smothering the fire. So you can see over here somewhere, that's our huge brush pile, and that's only from a couple of loads. So we decided that we're just gonna put all the brush somewhere in the back of the property that we don't really use. But the grass clippings weren't burning because it was just, I don't know, just too much dirt in there that was smothering the fire. So you could see, can you see Matt? Yeah, Matt's up there loading up the truck with another load of stuff. And we're trying to, like I said, get it so that the grass is not totally smothered. We Googled and tried to figure out what else we could do to do this faster and not have to do it like old school manually. But unfortunately, in our situation, there's really not too much we could do other than like a controlled burn, which I don't know if we want to do that yet. I'm not anti the idea, I just don't know if we want to do that yet. So I asked in the Homesteaders Facebook group I'm on, the Middle Tennessee Homesteaders group, what you guys, if anybody in our similar situation, what they did. And they said same thing. They didn't have a tractor. They had somebody bush hog it, and then they went and kind of collected all of the big brush and debris and stuff, and then burned it, composted it, whatever, and then tried to start mowing it. So that is what we're doing. We're gonna take a break, drink some water, be in the shade for a bit. I think maybe just to get out of the sun, we are gonna probably maybe like work on a tree or something in the shade that needs to come down.